NRA gets denied and a case is heading to the Supreme Court. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Of Hank Strange continues, Wolverines. The curse of Hank Strange is when I was at Hank Strange show a long time ago, he said I would never ever be able to take a vacation because news is always breaking. We laughed at the time, but look, it's been like 3 years and I really haven't been able to get through a vacation without having breaking news to break, including while I was in line at Disney World. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this video in one shot, or as little shots as possible, because I need to get on the road to my house in Delaware. So let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with the NRA. The NRA a little while ago filed for a motion to intervene in the mock case. The mock case is the case down in the Fifth Circuit where the Fifth Circuit granted an injunction to FPC members that ended up extending to SAF members and GOA members over the pistol brace regulation. Basically, if you are a member of any of those organizations, you can still own your pistol braces. It's like nothing ever happened. The NRA tried to intervene in that case to try to get the injunction extended to its membership, and it was denied. One of the reasons probably is that the NRA waited so long to actually come in and try to join the case. An emergency injunction is for an emergency, right? A temporary injunction is issued on an emergency basis to keep the status quo. Now, if you do not file right away, they can argue that the status quo is what it is today, and if it was an emergency, you would have filed back then. So the judge denied the NRA's motion to intervene, meaning that if you're not a member of FPC, SAF, or GOA, and you're just a member of NRA, you are not covered by any of the injunctions. And if you have a pistol brace in the eyes of the ATF, you have a stock. And if your AR has a pistol brace on it in the eyes of the ATF, you have an SBR, which, you know, can land you into prison for 10 years and a $250,000 fine. So that isn't good. Now to the other case, which is interesting, is the Rahimi case. The Rahimi case is a case whether someone can lose their gun rights for life. The Supreme Court has taken the case. The Biden administration has been pushing for them to take the case. What the issue is in Rahimi was a accused domestic abuser, so he lost his firearms. A judge in the circuit court ruled that that is going against Bruin, and you cannot strip his firearms for life. So this case is going up to the Supreme Court. The anti-gunners want this case because it involves a domestic abuser, and they think that they can roll back Bruin a little bit. There is another case where a guy was busted for shoplifting 10 years ago and lost his gun rights for life. I was hoping that case would go up to the Supreme Court because that is more sympathetic than Rahimi. I do believe that both guys should not lose their guns for life, but in the long run, it is better for us to have the shoplifter go up there before the actual domestic abuser or accused domestic abuser. So the Supreme Court did grant a writ of certiorari to that case, so it will be taking up that case. Whether it rolls back some of the regulations in Bruin, some of the ideas in Bruin, we will see, but this case really has me nervous. I hope that the justices stand their ground. I'm confident in Thomas. Roberts is the one that really worries me. Roberts is the guy that I can see flipping to the other side, which wouldn't be good for our calls. So we will just have to see what happens with that. All right, guys, that is it. I'm going to take off. I'm going to try to hit the road and get out of here. I just wanted to make a quick little video to tell you guys all about that. There is some other news that is developing that I am working on. Hopefully that will be done sometime by the time I get back on Wednesday, and I would be able to break that news or tell you when my investigation turns up, if it turns up anything. It could be just a bunch of BS too. So that's why I'm not going to say anything right now until I am sure on that story. Okay, guys. So stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep in the fight. I am out of here. Have a happy 4th of July, guys, and I love you all. And Wolverine's motherfucker.